Hello. Thank you for clicking on this video. So I have just been doing what Virgos do, which is mulling things over, um, just very much in my head and um, thinking about what I wanted to share with you all next. And I got so tickled when I saw this. I follow a lot of travel pages, women travelers, travelers of color. And so this one girl posted all of her it was like a reel, all of her adventures, her traveling adventures, just beautiful locations. It looked like she was maybe in Egypt or Dubai, somewhere around a camel. She was poolside. It was an amazing resort-like pool, palm trees. She was just doing it all. Amazing looking food, drinks. And she said in the caption, y'all not being able to get these Beyoncé tickets is your sign to, book that trip and travel. And it got me thinking about my own process and my own journey of what I really what I put value in and what I have invested in. Now, there have been 3 major milestones in my life that I have dropped a bag on some things, and it never was that. And I get it. Everyone is at a different place, and, we all want to have a good time. We all want to have fun. And it's also, where do we get our motivation to decide what we invest in? I know for a lot of us, college is a huge, huge investment. And, I think with age, you really come into your own of, all the pros and cons of dropping that much money, because at the end of the day, and they teach you this in business, what are the numbers? What is your return on investment? Are you doing things, buying things, investing in things, your time, your energy, your blood, sweat, and tears into something that you know is going to give you back at least what you put in and more? Then it has to make sense. So my heart now goes out to kids that, they're just studying anything and, still talking about this student debt. And my heart goes out to adult learners, as they call them, that still feel like, they have to prove something to someone with a piece of paper, when the piece of paper in itself is not going to help them cash out in some way. These Beyonce tickets ain't gonna help nobody be any more than, it is what it is. You dropping. My cousin said she saw the tickets for the FedEx. Is it called FedEx Field? I don't know. I never been over there. But so that's in this area somewhere in Virginia. Nosebleed seats, $900. If you got $900 to listen to the same old Beyonce songs, what could you do that's gonna, double that, triple that? The clarity in that is so freeing. Some people invest in handbags. They're not just buying the handbags for the clout, like, oh, look at me. They're like, if I hold on to this in so many years, I can sell it for XYZ, and I know it's going to sell. For other people, it's a small business, some inventory, a website, their development, their training. I had come across life coaching years ago, but I'd never pulled the trigger because I wasn't in an emotional and mental state to coach anybody, much less my damn self, So I dove all into the research, and this was way before COVID. So at that time, life coaching trainings and things like that, they were out of state. It was like a whole weekend. You did like these hotel seminars, and of course your travel expenses, your food, your flight, travel, and then the course and all of that, and I just dreamed of the day that I could wow, I would love to do something like that. Since then, a lot of people have leaned to putting everything online, which is great. It's more accessible. It, eases the strain of travel expenses. But if you love the camaraderie of being in a room with, like-minded people, it could be beneficial for you. I take that back. I've done, did I say 3 things? 4 things. I take that back. Because before that, My dad got us into multi-level marketing. Now, they're a little scheming. I ain't gonna lie. The only one that I have respect for is Mary Kay. Tried and true, great products. And I had a woman in my life that was a Mary Kay consultant. She loved it. And, it was very lucrative for her. So that I saw and knew that, okay, this works. Everything else that came after Mary Kay, was just a hot mess. So that whole pyramid, you can get your Lexus, you can get all this stuff. So, when after my husband died, I got some insurance money. And so, yeah, I took that and invested in myself, and I flew my siblings and I out to California for this seminar. Now, of course, again, the multi-level marketing was a wash. I'm jumping around, but I'm gonna bring it back. It was a wash, but it hooked me to travel. That was my first time on a plane. That was my first time that far away, like from Virginia to California. God, it really pushed me to my limit because, autumn was 2, 3. That really got me out of my comfort zone of like, I can do this. I met some amazing people, fired up people, being in not an auditorium, in like a mega amphitheater type of situation with the giant screen and the rah, rah, rah. That was really, they pump you up. They get you motivated to go out there and build your business and, so it taught you the resilience that it takes to put in the work. Yes. If you keep working at something, it's going to pay off. But what is it that you're investing into? The people at the top or yourself? So learned a great lesson in that. It takes 100 tries, 100 whatever to get that one yes. So that was the model that I pulled away from that. And I'm telling you, when I tell you I met some beautiful people from all backgrounds, all walks of life. And then also too, that gave me a taste of a type of experience that, the hotel accommodations, being in the Long Beach area, all that was just it was just new for me. You know what I mean? So that planted that seed. So skip ahead. I think investing in college is the right thing. But like a lot of these young people, I was like, I just take just general courses, the basics, English, history, college math, you know what I mean? I think I got like 90 something credits of absolutely just generalness, Now that helped me later on when I transferred them from my nursing program or my CNA and nursing program, that little hybrid thing I was doing. But the second thing was full circle coming back to the life coaching. That was almost $2,000. I was really proud of that. I really was like, I got it. I can't wait to do this because when I get this thing going, it's going to do this, this, and this. And I had a clear formula to how to build myself and how to coach myself. And a lot of things that I had been doing kind of just with my own research lined up with the things I learned in my courses. And that was really inspiring. It was like further confirmation, like, okay, this positivity thing, this mindset thing, it is definitely like, something that is backed and can be added to my life coaching approach. So, and even in that, through our little webinars or whatever, I got connected with some great women, some beautiful women that I still follow to this day that are doing some amazing things, dropping albums and designing and doing all these things and growing their own coaching practices. So that was really fun. Then I finally arrived to real estate. And now real estate was one of those things where everybody knows Rich Dad, Poor Dad and all this other stuff, but how to get into it. When I finally decided to invest in a mentor that was going to save me the time and the money and mistakes and the learning curve of the niche that I wanted to be in, I knew that this was the best thing for me. It was not an overnight decision, and dropping that bag as well was not something I took lightly. But I took years watching this person, analyzing her approach, her reviews, like the feedback from her customers, her content, her success stories, her failures. It's something to be said when someone's like, I'm go, I'm all the way to the top all the time. I never made, and it's like, there's got to be some critical analysis here from, moving this way versus this way and being honest and open about that. I think that's very transparent. It makes someone very relatable, Because it's, like, I don't know everything, but I'm always learning, and I'm always growing from my mistakes. I'm not quitting. I love that. So when you decide that you want to invest in any genre of whatever it is you're into, and you decide to invest in a mentor, someone that's gonna, walk you through the process, not do the work for you, but just mentoring, it is what it sounds like, then you're like, okay, I'm confident that I have a partnership, and the intellectual knowledge, the intellectual edge that, like, I years in the game I don't have, but I have the drive. I'm passionate, I'm ready, I'm willing to do the work. You know what I mean? There's a difference there. So you're taking their knowledge and your energy, and you're coming together as a team. And so, being ready, and then not being afraid to invest in yourself. I feel like all the times that I was like just taking college classes, I was like always so apprehensive, always so on the fence, always like, when I was signing my FAFSA, signing my grants and my loans, always trying to make ends meet to pay these, college credits. I always was like, I don't know if this is right. It's the confidence, because when someone says, okay, this is the rate to invest in yourself, and you're going to see the evidence of, this is a great investment because this is what you're going to gain from it. You're ready. You're excited. You're not like, oh, I can't spend $3,000 on that. I can't spend $1,500 on that. I don't know if this is the right thing. That's working backwards against yourself. So it's the excitement and the like, I know that this is the right way to go. Any industry, this is anything. If you're going to, hire that editor, if you're going to hire that publishing company, I don't know how that works, but, if you're going to, pay for that nursing program, my nursing program was going to be $30,000, but there was no confusion of what nursing was going to give back to me. Like, I'm going to spend 30 and entry level make 60. That's not bad math. You know what I mean? So doing things that you think I just got to do it to do it, doing things that like, well, I'm not sure, but we'll see, doing things like, this could work, maybe, I don't know, doing things that like, you're almost second guessing yourself is the wrong type of risk to make. You want to have a calculated, confident risk, if that makes sense. You want to know that I'm excited and happy to learn the lessons through this, because I at least know these are the numbers and this is what it's going to do. That part won't be a question. That part won't be confused, and I'm going to keep this short because I have a nail appointment coming up. But, yeah, I really wanted to talk about, and I made another video about, the feeling of making any kind of decision. But this, I wanted to gear more toward business, entrepreneurship, degrees, If you think you have to pay someone for their stamp of approval, pay someone thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to teach you how to do stuff that is in a book, a simple course, a webinar, something like that, or certificate, like, don't let that be your determining factor. Don't let that, shadow you getting your start. And we can also too be almost so afraid of our success that we like take the long road, take the unnecessary road, because it's just too simple and easy and makes more sense, the most sense to just, do it like this. Now, again, there's a lot of books on real estate. We'll go back to me and use me as an example. There's a lot of books on real estate. There's a lot of books on all of that stuff, how to get started and all this stuff. But for me, I was like, I want to make sure that because I'm niching down so much, because I'm considering out of state, because I'm considering building from this, and I want to automate everything and be hands off. I'm not going to be running around like I used to do at my old townhouse, got my hand in every process, the cleaning, the key turnover, the hey, can you come to this? Can you come to that? Like, I want to make sure that everything is preset. That requires another level of like expertise that I don't want to waste time on, but I'm willing to do the work. So choosing a woman that looked like me, that relates to me, that, you know, like I said, went through the process and made the mistakes and grew her business over 10 years, made me confident in my choice and in this process. So it was no question, and it was no issue, and it was no doubt in dropping a bag to work with her. And then also too, you know how I am about sisters working together, community building, you know, acid flowing the money, you know, and all this stuff. I was like, yes, like I'm ready. I'm so ready. And also too, coming to this place in my life where I'm like, this was the best time. Trying to do this and keep a roof over my head wasn't the right time. Trying to do this and still being in a mindset where I was still so unsure even about myself was not the right time. Doing this in a tumultuous, you know, this relationship was almost over. He be messing my money up, my credit up, everything was not the right time. You know, so looking back and trusting the timing of your life, trusting the process, and knowing and believing that you're never too late. You only have time on your side if that's what you believe is the beauty and is the growth and is the maturity that you need to move forward and build anything. Whether it's becoming a teacher, whether it's, you know, investing in the stock market, whether it's, you know, building your own website, whether it's, you know, whatever it is. You know why you're doing it and what the numbers say and how it makes sense for you and how to the T much money is going to come back to you if you spend this much. If someone says, if you work with me for this amount, and I can guarantee that in less than 2 months, 2 months exactly, you will be XYZ, we'll have this set up, we'll have the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's not scammy, it's not shisty. You've done your research. You know, you now that's another thing. Taking responsibility in who you invest in. Some things can be shady. Yes, we know this. We've seen some things blow up online. We've seen some things, you know, like, oh, you know, they were running scams and stuff. Can't nobody come to your house, knock on your door, and take your credit card out your wallet. Now they got some geniuses that know how to log in to your stuff from overseas or, you know, 3,000 miles away in some God knows what other state. That happened to me. I looked on my charge card, it was my debit card, and I had some charge from out of state for Walmart.com. I said, okay, they got my information somewhere. But, you know, in this case, I'm talking about people that, you know, okay, you watch a couple of videos, you were entertained, but you did not do your due diligence in making sure before you drop this bag that, you know, this person was who they say they were. You're going to get the services. They've got great reviews. They've got a track record. They didn't just spring up overnight. You know, what is it? Are they professional? Are they timely? You know, is their stuff legit? How long have they been doing this? And also too, let's also say this. There are going to be some people who, no matter what they invest in, no matter what they sign up for, no matter what they say they're going to start, they're so lazy and they're so in denial that someone can lay out the whole plan and they'll say, it didn't work. And that person can rebuttal and say, well, no, because you didn't follow steps 1 through 3. You jumped to 4. You were complaining about 5. You didn't do your homework. You didn't do the groundwork. You didn't do, you know what I mean? You didn't do the basic things to build on this process. You know what I mean? So there's 2 sides of it. You got to make sure both ways. And then you have to, you know, like I'm an adult. I typed in my credit card information. I bought the course. I signed up. Whatever it is that you did. I booked the trip. Oh, like these people going out here, you know, these willy-nilly little Instagram accounts popping up, selling these luxury travel packages. You know, are they insured? Are they, you know, like what is the thing that's going to protect you from being like totally God? I'm not dropping $3,000 and not knowing the full plan, who you are, what step-by-step, play-by-play, you know, I can give you the information a couple weeks from now. I assure you everything's going to be worked out. We're still in the planning process, but go ahead and put like 75% of the deposit down. That stuff sounds shaky. So I wonder how far people push to like make sure when it comes to traveling and your accommodations and your safety, did people vet? Like, is this a certified person? Is this person who they say they are? Is this, like and I'm talking big money, big money. A lot of times in the coaching field and things like that, you get a free consultation call. You can get a feel for the person before you hire them and work with them. You can take your time and make a decision. But you get a complimentary, like, okay, let me just see how I feel about this. That's always a nice thing to take advantage of. But yeah, right out the gate, just be like, no, I don't talk to you. I need a $900 deposit to work with me for, all these things. And you're like, well, I want to know a little bit more about the actual service, but I have been impressed by, hold on, I'm checking the time, the work that you do and blah, 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 blah. So there's a balance there. And let me tell you, it's everyone's right to start a business, offer a service, offer an experience, but it's our responsibility to, really search our heart and pull the trigger when you know that you know that you know. I may not be a good fit for everyone. I am loud. I'm very expressive. I say a lot. I move my head and my hands. What else do I do? I be drinking my coffee. Sometimes I cuss. I'm more spiritual than religious. I be straight to it when it comes to these men. We can't focus on them. It's not about him. It's about you. So that might not be a good fit for someone. I say I'm a life coach, but I already know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm okay with that. It may be that you need to go back and watch all my 100-some videos and, ask me a couple questions, have a consultation call with me, see my website, all those things before you decide, okay, do I want to work with you or not? But that's your right. I'm not going to force you and beat you over the head with if you don't go with me, honey, there's no hope. No, I will always forever talk for free on YouTube about self-care and self-love. But my point is that, being sure, and finding someone that is a good match for you. If you even feel like you need life coaching. Therapy is the same way. I am very big on, everyone keeps talking about get a therapist. Well, you can't just land a therapist. I'm not just getting on the phone talking to anybody, that has no connection to my style, my vibe. Not that we have to be twins, but I'm going to be honest, a middle-aged Indian man is not going to relate to me. He may know some foundational things that therapists have studied and psychology and all that stuff and how the mind works and, law of attraction, all this stuff. But am I really going to have the success that I'm looking for? Can I go there with him? Would he sympathize with me? I'm sure. I'm not saying that doesn't make him a bad man. Doesn't make him a bad therapist. It doesn't make and it doesn't say that I'm wrong either. But making sure that you are connected with, and that's with your doctors, your healthcare. You don't have to just stick with the first doctor that pops up. You need to feel comfortable. You need to have a connection. You need to have, it's your money on the line. It's your success on the line. It's your health on the line. It's your future. It's your business. It's of course you, decide if you're going to thrive because you have to do the work, but you want someone working with you in your corner that at least identifies with you. Business mentor. Am I going to connect with some Fortune 500 middle-aged man that's in the tech industry or engineering? He might be a millionaire and he might have all the business models, but are we going to vibe? Or is it really going to we might can push past it, but maybe not. Because I'm going to be over here doing me and he's going to be very, whatever he is. I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments, is it possible? People be flying through here. They know better. Oh, that was a truck. But I don't mean to get distracted. But yeah, my point is that when it comes to investing in yourself, you know, do you know what it's going to do for you? Because I'm going to tell you, if I'm going to spend over $1,000 on anything, it's got to come back. It's not going to be this, oh, it feels so good, and I just had such a good time standing all night singing. Nothing. No. I'm sure Beyonce has seats, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, travel, business, courses, certificates, webinars, trainings, therapy, coaching, mentoring, that stuff. And maybe some art or a bag. Maybe. We'll throw the bags in there, the purses in there. I love a good purse, but I don't have a purse in my closet that I wouldn't want to part with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not there yet, but that's okay. I am living comfortably, though. I do have the car that I want. I can stay at home. I can invest in real estate now full-heartedly. I can travel to do these things, you know, and that came from me strategically picking the right path for me. You know, don't go to nursing school if you already know I have a high stress issue. I can't work under pressure. I don't like bedside. I don't see myself, you know, being able to balance it all. But nursing is where it's at. I'll always have a job, and maybe I can, you know, figure it out. But it's going to cost me, you know, XYZ that I don't really have right now. It would stretch me to pay for it. You know, blah, 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 blah. All these, like, that sounds pretty stressful. Not the type of, okay, I need to, you know, it's going to take some effort on my part. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. So do you see the difference? Versus, okay, I'm going to have to move some things around. I'm going to, you know, use my savings. I'm excited about this sacrifice. I can't wait to get started. I know it's going to be a commitment, but I'm ready. I'm willing. I'm excited. I can't wait to be a nurse. I know exactly what I'm going to do with my specialty. I know exactly where I'm going to, you know, grow my career. I know exactly how this is going to play out, and I just can't wait because I want to be a nurse. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be in this degree. I want to be this type of whatever. So, you know, take that time for you and don't rush for anybody else spending this money. It's your money. It's your time. You got to spend the money and you got to do the work. No one else. So no one else should be in your ear telling you how to do that. Take your time and feel good about the decision that you make in every aspect of the way. Thank you for the watch. Thank you for the watching. Thank you for watching. And until the next one, peace. Bye.